Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Miguel Verdades. I'm a phlebotomist working in London, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I train as a phlebotomist. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I joined phlebotomy completely as a newbie. So when I joined, I had a month of observations. In the end of that 1 month, I had my training, my official trust training. In that training, guys, I didn't learn anything, to be honest with you, because I learned more actually looking at my colleagues, seeing how they done things. Some of my colleagues taught me some things and stuff. But on the trust training, it's just so I can tick the box that I actually had that official training. But I still had further training when I actually went down to the blood test room after. So this is how the process goes. So in my current hospital, so the way it goes is like this. You join as a newbie. You have 30 days of just observing, just looking at your colleagues. It gets boring after a while, it does, yes. But within those 30 days, my manager gave me like a textbook. In the textbook it was about two things, venipuncture and cannulation. We don't do cannulation, we just do venipuncture in my current hospital, which other hospitals, phlebotomists actually do cannulas, which is a bit, for me, I don't understand why we don't actually do cannulas. In my current hospital, I was learning about like all the free veins here and stuff, and yeah, so what I did, so I was learning about that, reading upon it, and then I'll go to my colleagues and look at the way they do things. Like, for example, one thing that I noticed is that my colleagues would prefer to take blood from these two sections here and not here, right? So when I actually started to feel veins, let me just show you. So once I started to feel veins here, if you feel deep, there's a pulse, and here's it's quite a dangerous area because there's a what's it called again? Oh, there's an artery around here, so obviously we can't be taking blood from arteries, is very dangerous. My ideal areas to take blood from are these two areas here. So when I actually first started bleeding, I was only going these two areas here. I wasn't going here at all. And when I did go there, I was very cautious because I was like, I'm always scared of doing it. But now I feel more confident. I just go there with no issues at all. So yeah. So I was learning about that and seeing the way my colleagues do things and stuff. So within those 30 days, I think towards the end of the 30 days, my colleagues actually allowed me to practice on them. So I had some practice on them. Thankfully, I was able to get the bloods. And then the one thing that I actually found difficult, guys, it wasn't actually the bleeding or holding the needle and stuff. It was the tourniquet. The tourniquet was so hard for me to learn how to wrap it around. I just had this weird way of doing it. I'm gonna show you. But basically, I would get one of the flaps, flap it over, and then do some like taut knot and stuff like that. But with time, I started to change, and now I just do the most simplest of things. And then what I need to do is just pop it open after it's finished, and it's so quick. So the tourniquet was hard. So after the trust training, I came back. My manager gave me a piece of paper with 50 boxes. These 50 boxes were supposed to be patients. So it was like, she said to me, before that, I came down, I bled my manager. Like, this is the top person in phlebotomy. I bled her, stuff like that, and from there she was like, you're ready. So then she gave me this box, this textbook and stuff, right? So she got in the patient and said, are you comfortable with this trainee to bleed you? The patient said, yeah, it's fine. I remember her until today. She's so lovely. Yeah, so she said that I can bleed her. I bled her. She was actually quite nervous, actually. She's actually a nervous person to do blood, but she actually allowed me, so I'm really thankful for her. So I bled her, no issues and stuff. I wrote down successful. Every single person that was unsuccessful, I will have to write down why and what I did. So I'll have to call someone else to help me out with it, or maybe try again, and the second try, if I don't get it, then I'll have to write down why I didn't get it. So my manager said, if within those 50 patients, majority of it is unsuccessful, you're going to be coming off bleeding again, you're going to be observed for another month, and then you're going to go do another trust training. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get straight to bleeding. So I did that. We were bleeding. Within those 30 days as well, my manager also made me memorize the order withdrawal. That was quite tough at first. I was like, what is this? What is all these colors? What? But now it's like, it's second nature. It's light blue, then red, then yellow, big gold, then green, then, then others. Then others. But I know, it was already in my head. But yeah, so that's the main like way that we train. And after bleeding, then I had ward training. Oh my god. That was very tough. I had 3 months of really hard time with the wards. But then after 3 months, I got used to it. The reason why I had a hard time is because they taught me to use 2 needles. The black one and the green one. The green one is like the bigger, it has a bigger, it's not actually bigger as in like longer needle. It's just the needle itself is a little bit wider, and then in comparison to the black one's a little bit thinner. And then there's this even smaller one, which is the blue needle, the butterfly that we call it, and then there's an even smaller one for little babies and stuff. So I was only allowed to use those 2 needles. Just so my manager said she wants me to just get used to those 2 and not rely on the butterfly too much. And I was having a hard time because like some patients, you can't bleed here. You can't bleed here with the black needle or green needle. It's dangerous. So I had a hard time. I was giving back a lot of labels. I remember this once where this nurse complained about me because I gave back 6 labels. She's like, "Why are you doing this?" and stuff like that. And then after I had my 3-month review, my manager said, "Okay, now you're going to be trained to use the butterfly." Butterfly at first was quite hard because I was scared of using it here. But after I did it, I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's actually okay. So then I'll say, guys, it took me 6 months or 7 months to actually feel confident in the wards now. Now I'm like, I go in, go out, no problem. It's one of the things where it just comes now, like with nature. But before then, oh, it was tough, guys. My goodness. So the last thing that took me a while to adjust is because sometimes I would put 3 bottles in my hands. Now I'm using another 4 bottles, so I'll have to like adjust it. So for example, needle's here, I have to take the bottle out, change it, put it in, and that took a while because I had to like, I don't know, I had to learn how to use my fingers properly in a way that I don't, because I can't imagine a patient can't hold the tray and stuff, or I mean the bay, or I mean the wards. How am I able to hold all the blood test tubes and stuff? Is hard. So I had to learn how to juggle it all in one hand with my 2 hands without relying on anything. So here goes the cotton wool. So the cotton wool's here, this little thing here. Here's the needle. Then here changes the bottles and stuff. And then as I take the last bottle, I just pick up the thing as the bottles are here with his fingers. I take out the cotton wool, put it on top of where the poncho hole is, take out the needle, clip it, make sure you clip the needle, and then put inside the thing whilst putting pressure, and then ask the patient to hold it if they can, then take them up, and that's it. So it took me a while to actually learn how to do that, but that was the last stage of my training, really. But yeah, the training, that's how I trained for phlebotomy, guys. So I'm not sure if it was interesting. Hopefully it was interesting for you guys. If you guys have any questions or any videos that you'd like to see phlebotomy wise or anything in general, then comment below, guys. I'm a phlebotomist working in London. I make general lifestyle videos, phlebotomy videos, and also my journey into nursing. So if you guys are interested in that, then please subscribe and join the family, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!